the baguette, the long, crusty loaf of bread that is a delicious staple of French life, has been awarded a special protected status, placing it in a culinary pantheon alongside other regional food delicacies from around the world. The artisan, know-how, and culture of the baguette is now officially recognized on the UNESCO's list of intangible cultural heritage list. Wow. For more on that, we're joined not only by baguettes here on the table, but also by Yoan Smadja, the CEO of Maison Kayser in Israel, and Yoni Alvo, the head baker of Maison Kayser Israel, who brought these baguettes. Thank you very much. They do smell wonderful. And Yoan, I want to start with you and ask what makes the baguette worthy of the acknowledgement of the United Nations versus any other type of bread like the pita, or the challah bread, or the German Schwarzbrot?
Look, first of all, thank you very much for hosting us. But I think that the main point is that the baguette is like a kind of universal product. You can find baguette everywhere around the world, and Maison Kayser is like the perfect example of that, because it's now present in something like 25 countries, and in these 25 countries we every day mix the dough and bake the dough like we do and we did in France for the 3 last centuries. So it's kind of iconic product. I think that's the reason.
But why does it need the protection of UNESCO as a cultural heritage? I mean, it's passed from one generation to another, from one baker to another baker, in families, of course, as well. Why does it need the protection?
I guess it's more a kind of Oscar than a protection. So it's not a protected product, but it comes to say that there is a very specific way to produce this product, specific flours, specific artisanal way of doing it. And I think that's the most important thing, to come and to say this is a very specific product we need to respect, with an heritage that we need to know, and with a specific training for our bakers.
Okay. So Yoni, I want to turn to you. You make baguettes every day?
Every day we make baguette fresh.
And
every day.
What's the secret to make a good baguette?
The flour. This is the most important something. And the fermentation, the long fermentation, this is the way for the baguette very crusty, and the taste is better. Because, for example, this baguette have minimum 12 hours fermentation. If you have less, it's not the same. Mm-hmm. This is the secret. It's sour.
What happens if you have more? If it's already 14 hours?
You can do maximum. It's 2 days. More long time, much tasty. But after it's to be acid.
Yeah.
So if it's acid, it's no good.
Is it the #1 seller at Maison Kayser? Everybody.
I think this is #1. Yeah.
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 There was a craze for macarons, I know. A few years ago.
Yeah.
Still a big hype around macarons?
Yeah, macarons and croissant, butter pastries, and but the baguette is still the best symbol of French food culture. So is it.
Now, just a little bit of history about the baguette. Of course, we know how important it is to the French. We see it now here against the Eiffel Tower. How long have French people been eating baguette for? Is it something that we see very far back in art and in literature?
Yeah, I think it's an invention of Napoleon. So something like 300 years ago, and it still lives, and bakers still create new derivative products from this. But it's a very iconic, and we sell every day hundreds of these all around the world, and also sandwiches from baguette. And here in Israel we have lots of French people coming telling us that they miss the real baguette, so they're happy to find it here. So we're very glad our bakers make them every day, fresh every day. They respect the tradition, and I think that's the iconic thing of the UNESCO now.
They put a lot of love, that's for sure. That's why it's tasty. Okay. Yoan Smadja from Maison Kayser, the CEO, and Yoni Alvo, the head baker. Thank you very much for coming into our studio.